I got to say that again. We're already under yesterday's candle close, the low of yesterday's candle actually. So let's take a look at, it's looking pretty weak so far. So we've got yesterday's move, 187, 178.75. That's that mark on there. We're already under that. And what's next? 178.43. If that cracks, we're liable to test the bottom of day before yesterday's candle. And if that cracks, 200 MA is right behind it. So let's take a look again real quick. And that's what this is right here. Where did it go to this morning? Right at the low of day before yesterday's candle. So basically our pre-market lows on triple Qs here so far. If we crack that, there's a good chance we're going to test this here. So it's already looking weak. What I'm hoping is it bounces off of this. That's what I'd like to see, is it bounces off this and comes up into the 200 MA for some more downside. That would be ideal. I really think downside. Everything looks downside to me, and especially now that things are popping here. I like this action. Everything's popping. It's really setting up for some more downside, it looks like to me. So a nice pop right here before the open to get short at 356. That'd be my first ideal trigger to pull here. Same with SQ. I'd like to get short here. And then not touch it long unless it actually gets over 87. These two are my favorites here. Short here, especially with this strength that we've got going on. I really like it.
What's going on, traders? Time for a daily recap. Like you just saw in the live action, there was actually some other ones that I liked. I talked about quite a few more tickers, so you know. But I narrow it down to my two favorites, and that's all I really show in these live recaps. But I go over probably 4 to 6 trade tickers a day. Some of my favorites in the large cap land, and I go over tickers that people want me to look at. But in my opinion, it's kind of not even worth looking at everything when you get stuff like this every day. And so there's really no reason to trade anything. I'm trading SQ a lot right now because the options on Netflix can tend to be a little bit pricey for small accounts. So I'm doing my best to find things that really work. Now I've kind of fallen in love with SQ. So I have one lower price ticker and one higher price ticker. I don't need anything else, man. I mean, these are home run trades. We're talking, I've made more money in the last 3 days than I've made since I started smashthebid.com. Okay. It has not even come even close. I do this because I want to see people. I do it because it makes me a better trader. That's what I think. You want to know the truth? It's not about you guys. I do it because I think it makes me a better trader. I do it because accountability. I do it because I have to talk through my trades. I do it because I traded alone for a long time. I didn't like it. And if I'm going to be in a room, it might as well be one I like. So that's why I really do it. But in the meantime, if anybody gets something that improves their life, you just made my day, right? You just made it. And here, after seeing the live action in SQ, here's how we played it out. Exactly like it said, SQ came up and hit 67, did not hesitate. Now, I had someone ask me if I could really focus on working a core today on this, and so I really was focusing on SQ a lot. Now, I missed this. It was waiting for the 356. I missed it here, and I did take it and the breakdown. So I was looking for this. It was popping. It was at 354. I was looking for 355. Didn't quite get there, but I was really focused on this. Pulled the trigger on that. Didn't pull the trigger on this until the weakness, and I didn't work a core on this. I didn't do anything with this. I took the contracts and I just held them. That's it. I loved it. I liked the way it looked. I didn't do anything until the end of the day, and I sold 80% of my contracts, and I'm still holding 20%. This right here is one big fat home run, and Netflix does this every day. Now, it doesn't do 25 bucks every day. Netflix gives me 10 bucks usually one way, 10 bucks another, and then I'm 50% retracement maybe. It gives me 10, 15 bucks every single day. Trading options, like I showed you yesterday, it's day after day. Well, you don't need anything else. I don't need scanners anymore. I don't have trade ideas. I don't care what's moving. I don't care because you know what? This has range every single day. The volumes, the options have volume every single day. So here's what I did. I got some here and I worked a core. Now I did really good on my sells. And let me pull it up. I'll pull that up next. I did really good on my sells, right? So I took a little off and then I was waiting for the pop. I actually didn't touch it here. I think this was my first sell. But we'll look at the executions in a second. So I'm looking for a place to sell, and then I'm adding back into pops, and I'm looking for a place to sell, and I'm adding back into pops, right? That's the goal. So One of the biggest struggles in doing ITM ads was what I call them, working a core, however you want to call it. One of the biggest struggles is I want to see this come back to a good level, so when I add, I'm not screwing up my average. SQ on all of these, when it was cracking, I was looking for a pop to get back up here so I don't ruin my average. If it did show strength, I would still be in a good shape. It just couldn't get a good pop. So what I ended up doing was selling. I didn't even add anything back. So I got my first good cover here. I didn't add anything back, I think, somewhere in here until it popped, right? And I'll look at the executions here in a sec. So I was able to add back maybe twice, and the rest of the time I just sold. So I had a nice big home run without even working a core, even though I was really trying to set out to work a core. But to work a core, I need to get these moves. So like when it was popping back up here, I wanted to see it get back up here and test this level. Because if I add here and then it rips and continues, I could put my average in harm's way to take me out of the trade. And I would much, much, much rather be in it with less size than be in it with more and take myself out of the trade. Okay, I'm not taking, my ads are not going to that important to take me out of the trade. If I can get a good ad, I take it. And I just didn't get I didn't get the levels I wanted today. So I didn't really work a course. I just wanted to explain that. So I got in, I took off 10 contracts here, and then I took off 5 more. Okay, that's what this is. I didn't get the pop I wanted, so I never got the ad. So that was it. I was just going to hold those 5 contracts. That's it. I'm fine with it until I get what I want. And then I finally got the pop that I wanted, and I got 15 contracts. So I got back to my full size, right? So you see in here, I finally got the size that I wanted, and I worked a core, adding back, and that's it. I didn't even get a chance to buy back here. I got my one ad, I sold here, and then I sold here, and then I'm down to 2 contracts, and I'm still holding 2 contracts, okay? It never popped. There was just no strength for me to get that ad. And I would much rather hold a piece for the home run or scale out or whatever you want to call it than I had screw up my average and take myself out of the trade down here somewhere trying to get size. So that's how I do it. Just gave up the freaking tons and tons of gold right there for you on how I do things. Netflix, I got in with 20 contracts up here and I didn't sell a freaking thing. I didn't take profits. I didn't do nothing. I didn't sell nothing until the end of the freaking day, way down here. And I got out 80% of my contracts, and I'm holding the rest until tomorrow. Home freaking run. So let's look at this one more time. I just want to explain this to you one more time here, just so you understand. Once you learn how to trade options, you're never going to want to trade anything else. Once you understand how these things trade and how you can use the market as a leading indicator, you're not going to want to trade anything else. There's nothing else like it. I've got some really good strategies. I can show you how to make money, how to reduce your risk, how to never get dumped on again. You just got to try it. You just got to try it. I got asked today if I give free trials. No, I don't. Watch these daily recaps because it will show you exactly what it's like to be in my room every morning. I talk through every single trade, okay? This is what it's like. You want a penny stock? You want to chase the penny stocks and what's action and what's going on and all that stuff? This is a short, okay? You see this is going up. These are puts, right? I shorted this stock. This isn't me buying something. This is me buying. I'm getting long puts, okay? That got me short the stock. For those of you that don't understand options at all, I got short the stock right here. I bought these puts. So you buy puts to go long. On the puts, it puts you short the stock. If the stock goes down, this goes up, right? You see this? Okay, I'm still holding 2 contracts. You see this at 6? These are going to be 12 bucks in the morning when this thing opens or more. And these last 2 contracts are going to make me like another $3,000 or $4,000 because of the after hours action, right? And I'll be able to sell them at the open. They closed right here. Where were they? Well, maybe I'm just telling that wrong. Didn't all this happen? Yeah, all this happened after hours, right? Where's the 1 o'clock candle? Yeah, right here. So they closed right here. We dropped another from 77 to 66. We dropped another 10 bucks after hours. This thing's going to open up in the morning. So these contracts that you're looking at right here, right? That's if you have 1 contract, that's 600 bucks. I have 2 contracts, that's 1,200 bucks. It's going to drop another $10. These options are going to be another $10. So it's going to be like $16, right? So 1 contract is 1,600 bucks. 2 contracts is $3,200. So I'm going to end up with another, couple thousand, $3,000 on 2 little bitty contracts that cost me. These contracts cost me $120. $120, and I'll be selling these 2 for about $3,200 tomorrow. Tell me, when was the last time you did that in a penny stock? When was the last time you got that kind of return? There is nothing like options. I can show you how to cap your risk, never get dumped on, never get dumped on again, and have unlimited returns. It's just incredible. So that's my rant. That's as far as I'm going on this. I'm quit playing salesman. There's your daily recap for the day. Have a good one. Peace.